I want to handle a project, the first thing that will always come to my mind is I don't have money. I don't think of the how. And the particular webinar that struck me was the one that was handled by Mrs. Motorayo, where, you know, she really gave details on how we needed to change our money mindset, not thinking negativity, but positivity. Okay. And she talked about shame money, those little things that you do. Some people call it side hustles. So I've made a resolve in my heart to go back to my shame money business, what I used to do as a side hustle. So my expectations for this particular webinar, I'm hoping to learn I'm hoping to gain an additional knowledge to what I have known so far in terms of building relationships. So, and that's it. So very quickly, I would like us to do same. Let it go round. I can see, let me start from Onyeka Ebo. So please tell us your name, what you do, what you have learned, and your expectation. Tell me if you're tell us if you're a first timer. If not, tell us what you have learned so far. I don't know if she can hear me. Okay, probably she's busy.
No, she's at work. Maybe she's busy.
Yes.
So exactly. Next person.
Okay, Temitope Ojo, can we have you please?
Good evening, all.
Good evening.
I was trying to unmute, but I'm not the first time. But I look forward to today's session because it's a topic I know that I need to work on. My income finishes, my income finishes faster than my expenditure. So I look forward to gaining new insights on how to change that particular narrative.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Temitope. I really appreciate that. Okay, so can we have Michael Pobeni? Oh, okay. All right. Onyeka. So I know you're not the first timer, so tell us, what are your expectations for today's webinar?
I can almost call myself like a first timer. Okay, I'm not really a first timer though, but I've not really been very consistent. Okay, but for today, my expectations really just like rebuilding. Do you understand? So it's not just about okay, this has happened. I just want to learn tips on rebuilding. Like when you take, I want to start afresh. Okay, what are the steps that one can really take to really start afresh? Because a lot has really happened to me in the aspect of finances. Like it's not something I want to even talk about here. It's really like very lengthy. Do you understand? It's very deep, and I believe that what I'm going to learn today is going to really help me in the aspect of what you call it, like even healing and everything. So it's more of both healing, therapy, and learning for me. So it's not just learning, so it's like a three in one thing. So that's it, basically.
Fantastic. All right, you're welcome on board. Okay, so can we have Michael? All right, for the sake of time, we'll just ask you what your expectations are, and I'll really like that we'll make it as short as possible. So Michael Pobeni, over to you, please.
You can also use the chat box because we would like to get all your expectations. So if you know that excuse me, you don't want to talk because of your background, you can also use the chat box. And please, you can remind other people to join, and please remind other people to join us because really there's a lot in store for us this evening. And I'm not saying this because of the numbers. I'm saying this because I know the transformation that I have experienced, being under this person for a short while. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, we can hear you, please.
Is it only me? I can't hear Michael again.
Same here.
Okay.
I can't hear him too.
I can't hear him.
Okay.
Very
Michael,
much.
maybe. Hello? Michael, can you hear me now?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Yes, I said I'm a first timer. I just joined you guys first time today.
Oh, you're
Great. We are
welcome.
excited to have you
Fantastic.
with us. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to learn new things, and I'm open to new ideas, new challenges. That's why
Great.
I joined you
Great.
guys.
Great.
Okay,
Great.
great. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have here on the chat section, Tolu Lokpe is a first timer. Our expectation is to learn the art of discipline because she's really not disciplined and she needs to be disciplined. Okay, Tolu Lokpe, you are welcome. We really appreciate you joining us. And of course, we hope that your expectations will be met. Thank you so much. Over to you, Joel. Joel Oyeni, please, you can unmute yourself and speak to us. What are your expectations for tonight? And please, are you a first timer? Let us know.
Hello, good evening all.
Yeah,
Good
evening, Mr. Joel.
evening.
Yeah, I said I'm Joel Oyini. I'm a first timer.
Whoa, you're welcome. Thank you so
Good
much,
to
Mr.
see you,
Joel.
Sha. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, actually, my expectation is just as the team said, start with what you have. I want to know the secret of starting with what you have and how to make it great. Yeah, actually, I just started an e-commerce platform called Niger Farms.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Where people can buy market produce at the comfort of their
turn
home.
on your video. Let's see your face. So
See your face, yes.
So we can, when we want to invest or something, we see your real face and lovely face.
Exactly.
As well. Please, if your background is fine and there's light, fine. If not, you can just go ahead. It's okay.
Okay, no problem. Actually, let me turn on my video. The light is actually off. I'm trying to turn it on.
Okay.
And like I said, we just started an e-commerce platform for named NigerFarms.ng, where we can actually sell farm produce, only farm produce,
Okay,
not grocery.
farm. Oh, that's interesting.
Farm produce. Hello, Eram.
Yes.
So where you can sell farm produce, and just as the team said, start with what you have. I want to know the secret on how to start with what you have and how I can actually impact others, letting them know that they can start with what they have.
Great.
The finance has always been challenges for so many people. So we say I have 50,000. I don't know what to start with it. I don't have money. So we can actually encourage others on starting with what they have. That's my.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And you're welcome. You're welcome. So very quickly, we're a bit behind time. We may not take
you can take it up to
everyone.
7:30. Let's take more people because I'm enjoying the introduction. Is anybody doing the same like me?
All right. Yes, I am. But time constraint. Okay, so can we have Blessing Aduku, please? Over to you. Please, what are your expectations? And tell us if you're a first timer.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm actually not a first timer here. I've attended previous classes and I've learned a lot. The class that actually struck me the most was the one on mentorship. And I've actually been having a need to talk to Mama Greatness about it, but I've not yet done so. And I've learned a lot and I've been able to put them into practical use. But for tonight, I want to learn specifically how to manage what I get. Like, because most of the times, like what you make at the end of the month doesn't actually go through to the last day of the month. Sometimes you spend it even in the first week. So I want to learn how to manage that situation. And if possible, I don't know, reorientate myself on how to make a proper budget. Thank
Great.
you.
You're in the right place. Please tell other people that are having this challenge. Trust me. See, people that know me knew I had all these challenges. I didn't just say it to advertise. Sincerely, I had all these challenges. And if I can tell you, don't worry, I'll share it when PL is on the call. You wanted to say what you have done with what you learned, and I'm really curious to hear that.
Like I said, yes, I'm hearing you.
Oh, Blessing, I remember you. Okay. We'll talk. Thank you for joining. Do you still want to share?
All right.
Do you still want to share?
Thank you so much, Blessing.
No, thanks. It's fine. My little brother just walked in, so it's fine. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Blessing. I really appreciate you, and you're welcome once again to our webinar. Okay, so can we have Faith Anire? I hope I got that correctly. Faith, are you a first timer? And
good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello. We can hear you, Faith.
All right, it's a pleasure to be here. It's my first time.
Wow. Yay!
Hello.
You're welcome. We can hear you.
We're excited. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome. So what are your expectations for tonight?
Okay, is how to to be disciplined in my finance, because I'm a fashion designer. Sometimes when I have a job, before I will finish it, maybe some other things has come and I will just spend the money. So I am thinking, is it because I don't have another streams of income, or what's the challenge? Because that's the only thing giving me money, and I can't be hungry, or my children too, because they are also there being hungry and this money is there. So I am thinking of even establishing another business, but the money is not yet forthcoming. So that's why I am.
Right. Okay, you're welcome. You're on the right platform, and you're welcome. Thank you for joining in. So yes, ma'am. Okay. Already 7:30. Okay, we'll have Olujide Ejiwumi, Ngozi, Mary Cynthia, and Mary Ann. Okay, so very quickly, Olujide, can you tell us if you're a first timer and what your expectations are? Very quickly, please.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, I'm not a first timer. I've been joining the series for about 4 weeks now.
Okay.
So, and the experience has been awesome.
Wow.
I've learned to take charge of my finances better than before.
Fantastic.
I try and save every month. In fact, even every week, try and put something down as saving, unlike before. And I thank God for this group and the opportunity to learn new things, unlearn some old habits, and press forward. God bless us all.
Fantastic. Amen. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're welcome once again. Thank you for joining us. Yes. Okay, so can we have Ngozi Mary Cynthia very quickly? Tell us if you're a first timer. Can Ngozi hear us, please? Ngozi Mary Cynthia. Okay, probably network. Can we have Mary Ann Anwuli? Hello, ma. Kindly tell us your expectations for this evening. Whoa. Hello, can everyone hear me? Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Maybe people I can see Ngozi Mary Cynthia, for example, is having our audio is not connected. Yes, our audio is not connected, so I'm sure she's having network glitches.
Okay, yeah. Mary Anwuli.
So I would so I'll just go through our profile. I was because initially the agenda was to read
the bio of the guest.
Yes, right now, and it takes over, but I can't see him yet on the call. So I'll just take Greatness Unleashed by Love Foundation's profile.
Okay.
Excuse me, hold on. I'll just take his profile while I'm sure he would join us before we finish that, and then we'll take his profile immediately. I hope that's fine by us.
Yes.
Please unmute yourself, Salome. If you see Leonard F. Thomas join, unmute yourself and call my attention. I'll just stop right there. Do you understand?
Okay.
You know I'll be sharing the screen, so
do you want to call him?
I don't want to call him. I am sure that he's going to join. Let me just send him a message. I've sent him a message before, so that's why I just I feel that let me just send him a message. Okay, I've sent him a message. So let me just continue with the profile while hopefully I'm sure he's going to join before I'm done with the profile. So please Salome, do not hesitate to unmute yourself and interrupt me when he joins. Sorry, who is your
All right, no problem, ma.
Sorry.
Okay, that's me. Sorry.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. I am super excited to have everyone. Okay, hold on a second. I need to respond to something. So, like I said, excuse me, so pardon me for that. Super excited to have everyone on the call. And my name is Greatness Eti Olorunfemi, and I'm the president and founder of Greatness Unleashed by Love Foundation. We started this series titled Start With What You Have. And our vision is to raise men and ladies of global and eternal influence. Our mission is reaching out, meeting needs, teaching, and nurturing those that we know that they cannot help themselves, so that one, they believe that they are unconditionally loved. Two, believe that there is greatness in them, discover the greatness in themselves, and unleash it irrespective of their past and present. So in order to achieve this mission, we go and do outreaches at orphanages, prisons, hospitals, hotels, and other projects that we do as we are inspired by love. We are registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission as Greatness Unleashed by Love Foundation. Although we've been popularly known as Greatness Foundation in every tertiary institution that we have done life transforming meetings. We've been to 10 tertiary institutions in the south, west, and eastern part of Nigeria. We've also done projects for schools for those with special disabilities, rehabilitation centers, secondary schools, among others. One of the things that we do in every of our program in tertiary institution is that we do a free skill acquisition program beyond just teaching people. We want people to know that, okay, we can teach you something that you can start converting into wealth. And so one of the things that we've done is makeup, training, Ankara accessory training, liquid soap, perfume, lemonade, amongst others. Also, there's a project called Feed 50 project that we did in 2018-2019. And the goal was to feed minimum of 50 people every month for 12 months. But with the help of our friends, families, partners, and those that support us financially with materials, foodstuff, detergent, groceries, we were able to do about 2,000 and even beyond our expectation. We also hold monthly intercessions, and currently we are holding a virtual intercession for Nigeria, a 21 days intercession for Nigeria titled Betting a New Nigeria. We have a sister platform called Shushan the Palace, pardon me. And it started since November 2018. It's a platform that prepared unmarried ladies waiting for the king and for them to experience the God kind of marriage. And the goal of this is to preserve the future, reduce the rate of divorce and dysfunctional homes and individuals. So our goals are aligned with the sustainable developmental goals of the United Nations. The first is ending poverty in all its forms everywhere. And you see, that is why we're doing Start With What You Have. We have been doing this since 22nd of August, and this is the 11th week, and I'm really excited about your commitment to this. Thank you so much for giving your time. So these are pictures of some of the skill acquisition that we have done. The second goal is the Zero Hunger goal, which I mentioned about the Feed 50 project, and we want to upgrade this to making a cafeteria or a catering outfit in every tertiary institution where Greatness Unleashed by Love Foundation is, such that at least 50 people can eat for free every month in our catering outfit, in our restaurants. And also with that, we can empower people with jobs. And of course, we can use the fund to run the organization. It's not for profit, but everyone supporting us know that we are using the fund for a cause. So if you can support us in the execution of this project, we will really be grateful. So these are some of the pictures at the Feed 50 project that we did. I'm trying to do something. Okay, so these are some of the pictures we did, and the joy of it is looking back and making someone smile is just an honor. The third goal is good health and well-being, and we believe that your health is not just in body physically, your soul, your body, your mind. And currently we are giving free coaching session and therapy session for those that cannot. Even if you can afford it, the first session you can just come for an interaction with a professional therapist, coach, and it is beautiful, especially during this time where a lot of people are facing mental health issues and all of that. So one of our flagship program that we do in every tertiary institution we go is making sweet lemonade out of your bitter lemons. And there's even a book currently that I'm working on it. And if you get my book, it's part of what you will get actually for as part of your package. So achieving gender equality, I mentioned Shushan the Palace, and this picture is one of the pictures that we took with one of the mentors in Shushan the Palace. So we believe in achieving gender equality and empowering women and girls. And we do this.
Hello, Ma.
Yes?
Excuse me, Ma. Yes, okay. I think Leonard Thomas is on board.
All right, thank you. I'll just stop here and take Leonard Thomas' profile, and we'll continue with the profile of Greatness Foundation later. Okay, please let's unmute ourselves and welcome my mentor. This man is extremely busy. If you know what he does, in fact, you'll be thanking him for me, because personally, he has rebuilt my own finance. And when I think of where I am, right, where I was when I met him and where I am right now, I was telling him, and I was like, really? The beauty of when you have a mentor is for you to apply what they are teaching. It's not just listening to them, right? So I'll just read his profile. This is a brief profile. of Leonard F. Thomas. Sorry. Can anyone still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, please.
Of the International Management Consultants Board in the United States of America, is a certified John Maxwell leadership trainer in the United States of America, is an accredited management consultant from the United States of America, and as well as an accredited small business consultant. Is a global thought leader and strategist with over 15 years of exceptional track record and cross-functional experience in leadership development, business strategy and execution, human resource management, organizational development and training, and social entrepreneurship. Leonard, sorry, I should pronounce that name correctly. I should not be the one to be murdering his name. Leonard's professional career gained momentum at one of Nigeria's premier management consulting firms, CITC Consulting Group, where he began as Head Integrated Human Capital Development. He rose to the position of Head Operations within 2 months of entry and served for almost 5 years before exiting the company. He served at strategic leadership levels with over 3 consulting companies and built wide-ranging competencies, co-leading and managing projects for employees of brands such as Diamond Bank PLC, United Bank PLC, First Bank of Nigeria PLC, Mansard Insurance PLC, Chevron Nigeria PLC, BOC Gases Nigeria PLC, UAC Foods PLC. Sorry, I know you can hear my brother's noise at the background. Please forgive me. There's no way I could have done this deliberately. Just forgive me, please. I'm so sorry about this. But then, just forgive me. You know the blessing. It's always blessed to have wonderful siblings, right? So I'll just continue. Standard Alliance Capital, Vitafoam PLC, ICANN Leadership Institute, South Africa, to mention but a few. He has also consulted or led change in the interventions for government institutions such as the Securities and Exchange Commission, Abuja, Lagos State Ministry of Establishment, Training and Pensions, Lagos State Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ogun State Ministry of Finance, Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, IBB University Lapai, Niger State, to mention a few. He was responsible for designing and serving as project lead for a state government staff screening exercise comprising a 60-man project team that successfully audited about 19,000 employees, which led to the generation of over ₹500 million in annual savings for the state. He has a stern passion for great leadership and is an alumnus of the prestigious Daystar Leadership Academy, Lagos, Nigeria, with basic and advanced certificates in leadership. He was among the 2015 national faculties selected to single-handedly train the entire Southeast Union Bank customer service managers and employees on exceptional customer service experience. This was in line with the recent rebranding of the bank, which has so far yielded positively on the Nigeria Stock Exchange and attracted over 2 international awards. As a seasoned strategist, Leonard spearheaded the successful implementation of change and performance improvement cultures for renowned institutions and not-for-profits such as J. Nisi Schools Lagos, Covenant Child Academy Lagos, Sponsor a Child Through Schools, Association of Christian Schools Institute International, Lagos chapter, to mention a few. I think I mentioned that already. He serves passionately as a social entrepreneur and is a graduate of the Lagos Business School program on sustainability for NGOs and corporate organizations. Okay, he's currently a business administration student with the SMC University, Switzerland. He served as chairman of the Central Working Committee of the prestigious annual Peer Awards from 2010 to 2013. the only awards rewarding performance of companies on the Nigeria Stock Exchange. Today, he is the pioneer general manager of the recently established Pistis Foundation, the not-profit arm of the Elevation Church, and also sits on the advisory board of a number of companies as a seasoned consultant, as well as the faculty of other companies, including not-for-profit. He is happily married and blessed with children. Please, can we unmute ourselves and celebrate as we welcome Leonard F. Thomas? And the next voice you'll be hearing, of course, will be his own. Pierre, over to you, sir. Oh, good to see you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, can we put in some energy and respond, please? Thank you.
Good evening, so young.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, welcome to
thank
elderly
you,
person.
Greatness.
Wow. You're welcome, sir. So good to have you.
Thank you kindly. It's a pleasure to be here. When Greatness was reading my profile, I was wondering, okay, so I've really done all that. So once again, thank you once again for having me, Greatness. I want to start by commending your work and appreciating you for the good work that you're doing, because what you're doing is an investment in the lives of people. There's a common saying, you know, that if you sow, you will reap. But there's another saying, you may not reap where you sow, but you will reap if you sow. All right. So you can be certain that your seeds are being invested in the right places. My greatest or my great admonition to everyone who attends this program is they will do something with what they hear. And that is when you can actually show appreciation for receiving knowledge at this level for free. All right. So once again, I appreciate your Greatness, and of course your team that you work with, and so far so good. I'm sure that we've been having a fantastic time. For those of us who have been part of, you know, the Start With What You Have series, I'm sure that it has been a learning experience for a number of us. But if you're joining, if you're joining for the first time, I want to encourage you to please, as much as you can, you know, avoid any form of distraction and anything that can take you away from, you know, getting the very best out of, you know, today's session. One of the challenges about virtual learning is that you know, many people have the tendency to behave in the dark or attending programs and all, you know, so but of course, that is where discipline comes in. All right. So I think we can go to start. We can start. Greatness.
Yes, I've started recording, sir.
I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, we can.
Oh,
Just that your video is kind of freezing. Or is it only my hand?
Okay, so.
Okay, it's now working.
All right. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, I can.
All right. Thank you. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have about an hour and a half for this session. Or how long do I have? An hour. Okay. I will try my best to wrap up within the hour. This topic is one that's really dear to me. And why do I say that? Because okay, so someone said I look young, and I indeed look young. It's just, I think what gives me away sometimes is that I have a bit of gray hair in some places. either on my chin or my hair, So I try my best to keep myself happy. I think it's possible to look 60 or 50 and still look young, So when I was talking about why this topic is there, just a short story. A few years ago, so my career spans close to about 20 years now. And a few years ago, I was privileged to be working in a place where I had a number of privileges. So I had an official car, I had, credit for phone, I had different types of benefits. And, when I started working there, it was a big break, and, to be candid, I wasn't financially literate then. I think the only knowledge I had was about saving. And I saved. And I started, I think the first 6-7 months of working in that environment, I was able to save some income. I was able to build my asset base a bit. And before you could say Jack Robinson, before the end of that year, I slipped into what is called comfort zone. And I started spending, and the focus was now on comfort. So I know where you are in your journey. Maybe you are even experiencing what I'm sharing now. Please listen attentively. So I think I worked in that environment for close to 5 years. And all I could say that I had after resigning from that environment, I think in my account was 250,000 naira. So I, of course, you know how it is. I'm a Christian, and I believe that God has a way of giving second chances, and God gave me another chance. But I made a decision that I will not make the kind of mistake I made in that environment. So essentially, why did I share that story? Because I wasted a huge opportunity. I actually had the wrong perspectives when it came to me. I was illiterate. I actually also assumed that you have to have me before you can actually think of investing big, and I didn't also place a lot of value on time, which I believe is the greatest asset of every billionaire today. All right, so I will just pause on that story and quickly go through my slides that I believe we can all see. I hope we can see my slide once again.
Yes, but do you mind putting it on slideshow?
Okay.
And also adjusting your video. You want to? No. Just clicking on slideshow so that it takes.
I try to put it on.
No, you're zooming it. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
So, okay, essentially, I don't need to now because greatness is about my profile. So, a bit of my I would like just pause. The first thing you do when you get to a hospital, when the doctor meets with you, is to first take your temperature. So I want to quickly do something, and morning going to be. Now, I want you to just post your answer on the chat area, all right? Just post your answer on the chat area once you have finished your quiz. Let everyone see it. Okay, I think I heard Greatness speaking earlier.
Don't worry, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I got disconnected, but now I've switched network provider.
All right.
So I'm working on mine right away.
Okay.
Please, can someone help me resend the link to the chat box? Thank you.
I can do that right away.
Thank you, sir.
So has anyone finished? Choma, thank you. So what was the outcome of your quiz? Meg says she has finished. Choma, can you tell us your money personality? Amasa is, Choma is an Amasa. Okay. Avoider. Onyeka is an avoider. All right. Interesting. Meg, how about you? Meg is an amasa. You would like to amass money. That's what it means. Okay. Who else has finished? We seem to have, okay, let me hold on there. It's a very interesting questionnaire, by the way. I'm sure you saw quite a bit of things as you were responding to the questions. Who else? Who else? Who else? Please post your answers very quickly. Very quickly. Okay, more responses are coming in. Jump to navigation. Take the. All right. Okay, so Chioma, you can, when you finish the questionnaire, you will see your outcome. It's just one word. I know that you were posting all the other ones, but you'll see whether you're an avoider or you spend, like Temitope is a spender. All right. So Temitope is the kind of person that if she's married, for example, and I don't know if Temitope is married, by the way, if her husband gives her money to shop for the month, she's very likely to, if they are Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, she's very likely to be the type of person who will not go shopping with a list. All right. And when the money has finished, they'll be like, okay, what did I buy? Temitope, am I close to what happens to you? If not with your husband, if you are not married, then perhaps maybe with your parents.
She said
Very apt, okay.
That she's married.
Very apt, okay. So if your husband is an avoider, you both are likely going to be quarreling a lot when it comes to money. All right. It's important to know your behavior when it comes to money and deal with it. All right. So any other, Saloma, thank you for what you said. You said you're an amasa. All right. Any other person at all? Is there any other person? Ayola says, I know you said you're an amasa. Okay, interesting response. Just one more response, then we'll move on. One more person, please respond. I'm going to call out your names. Shobande, have you taken the test? Blessing, thank you, you're an amasa. Okay, Shobande, have you taken the test or the quiz? Damilare, are you with us? Onyeka, what's the outcome of your quiz? Ngozi, are you with us? All right. Just one more feedback, then we'll move on. Okay. One more feedback. Who wants to help us move on? Very quickly. Very quickly. Who wants to help us move on? Thank you. Joel sent his own privately. We seem to have more amasas than voiders. Okay, Choma, Amasa. We seem to have more. Okay, I think there's a general belief that Nigerians like to gather and amass money. All right. Whatever the case is, okay. Salome says, thank you so much, sir, for the link. I've never really taken this kind of quiz before. Only quizzes on temperament. All right. Yeah, I know for some of us it will be an eye-opener, but there's a goal behind this quiz. It is to help you know your behavior when it comes to money. Everyone has a behavior when it comes to money. All right. Two things always shape us in our lives. The first is nature. The second is nurture. Your nature is how you are wired naturally. It's the same thing when it has to do with your temperament. You know, I don't want to go into the details of temperament. As a certified leadership trainer and coach, one of the first things they teach you is DISC. DISC is an acronym for, you know, driver, influencer, you know, socializer, and, you know, compliance. You know, so it basically talks about the different types of temperament. Some of us know it mainly as choleric, phlegmatic, sanguine, and melancholy. So that has to do with nature. The other one is nurture. Nurture is mainly how we are nurtured through life. If someone, for example, who is typically a quiet person, stays in a noisy environment consistently, that environment is very likely going to shape that person. If you take a fish outside of water, it's not going to be able to swim, even though its natural tendency is to swim. It has the potential to swim. It has fins, but you take it out of its natural habitat some years ago that your environment is more important than your potential. And that is critical for us. to note. So when it comes to money, for example, the kind of environment you are exposed to, the kind of environment you grew up in. If you grew up in an environment where every time, everyone around you, your parents were consistently spending and they were consistently broke, the tendency for you to go through that same cycle is very, very high. All right. And that is what environment does. If you grew up in an environment where your parents were consistently planning and saving and investing, you are more likely to succeed even when it comes to your personal finance. All right. So I will quickly just move on to the other slides that we'll be talking about today. Very quickly, I've tried my best to simplify today's session. With the brevity of time that I have, I would really appreciate that we please give all the necessary attention in today's session so that we can make the most of it. I personally have a principle that I live by. I try as much as I can not to waste my time. There's a book I read a few years ago. The title of that book is called Think Like a Billionaire, Become a Billionaire by Scott Anderson. All right. And I will encourage anyone who probably wants to, you have a goal to be a billionaire someday, as much as you can, get the book and read it. It was in that book a few years ago, I learned that the greatest asset of billionaires is their time, not their money. It's their time and not their money. And that was a huge lesson for me. Why did I say that? Because you are here now, you could have been sleeping, you could have been eating, but you have decided to invest in your time. All right. I take classes on time and life management, and I've had to learn it the hard way that, the bad news is that time flies, but the good news is that you are the pilot. So whatever time that you're investing, ensure that you have your returns on investment. Very clearly and very simply, the roadmap for today's session is I've broken it down in a way that helps us to define that we are on a roadmap. We are on a path. The first is, what do I have? The second is, where am I going? The third is, how do I get there? Then we'll conclude today's session. The first, again, is what do I have? What do I have is primarily talking about what do
Hello, can anyone hear me?